This is a public service announcement and I guess a health update for me. Drink water if there is a heat wave. Don't let it knock you down to the point that you're willing to sleep as much as possible to try to sleep through the thing. Inactivity will affect you badly. Make sure you include, when you drink your water or whatever, electrolytes. This is electrolytes. It has electrolytes in it. It has almost no sugar. You might want to increase the sugar because that's an electrolyte. This is not electrolytes. Don't do that to yourself. No, it doesn't dehydrate you. It just doesn't provide any electrolytes, and it can technically bind with them and get them out of your system. A electrolyte imbalance in your digestive system or in your brain can kill you by many different methods and pathways. Oh, the potpourri of pain. But dehydrating yourself by accident can be compounded by another thing, inactivity. It's hot. I don't want to go walking. Okay, putter around in the garden. Put a hat on that's soaked with water. Soak your shirt in water. Turn on the sprinkler. Get out and move around. Something that could happen to you hypothetically. There's a condition people often have after abdominal surgery where the digestive tract will just sort of act like it's paralyzed or it's injured and it's refusing to do anything. The reason for that is cellular level repair of two sections of intestine, let's say, that have been cut or damaged in any way, including just the lining of your abdomen, or you ate Mexican food when you really shouldn't and you know better and you've mentioned it before, but you did it anyway because, oh my God, it's good. So anyway, your body's repairing any kind of damage to the digestive system, and it can trigger the digestive system to decide, I'm not going to move anything along now. I'm taking a vacation. Go to hell. Eat something sensible, you bastard. And also, it's a heat wave, and you're not moving around, which also has the effect of making things move, because generally things move from top to bottom. For most of you, anyway. I'm talking about politicians regurgitating shit. So anyway, the point is, it's really easy in a heat wave, which some of you are still experiencing, to become sick in a way that acts like you have to go to the hospital for a medical emergency. But it isn't a medical emergency. You're not going to have to be cut open, except when it is. If your digestive system is not working, it's not doing anything, if you're not moving around to move things, your digestive system will then try to do something very intelligent. Move the moisture around in your guts to where they're more useful to try to knock everything loose and get things working. It does it passively by actively moving just the water through your bloodstream, which will dehydrate your brain and body. Now I'm going to bring up anticipation. It rhymes with that, kind of. And you'd have to go to the store and buy the pills for it. Pro tip, if you have to go buy the anticipation pills, you should have one as your emergency listing, by the way. I'm being humorous here, but I'm going to tell you a not humorous story in a minute. Go to a store that you've never gone to, or better yet, you don't go to very often, but you know somebody who works there and you want to embarrass them. Wait till they're on duty. Go in and get your anticipation pills and some humorous extra items to make them wonder what the hell is going on, like a toilet snake, a plunger, one of those basty brushy things, one of the basting, giant eyedroppers, maybe some lawn watering equipment, a funnel, a container of oil, maybe some glue, maybe some gloves, and a snorkel. I think that was the point when very steady face, throw a snorkel down. That's when she lost it. Anyway, I went there and bought my anticipation medication. Make sure you drink a lot of water if you don't understand this already, because that's the first thing it causes it. The next one is inactivity, and the next one is your digestive system reacting to whatever and just not doing anything anymore. Activity takes the place, moving around, walking, takes the place of the digestive tract doing its job where it's supposed to be moving things along. Next, adding water to your body will make it to where if it starts correcting it, it will be able to do so without having to dehydrate another portion of the digestive system. It wants to do that only because it needs to sometimes. Next, go out and buy the damn pills. If you're embarrassed, make it a store you've never been to. This is also covering you going to a hospital, because even though this isn't the blockage, the roto-rooter moment where you'd have to go to the hospital, it can become it, and you can die. Hot weather, out in the middle of the forest, lawyer. We presume that he's not smart about camping and is smart about his job. Very intelligent person. So intelligent this person shouldn't be embarrassed by anything. Wouldn't call for help on a cell phone. Had a blockage in his digestive system and died. And then the body was found with the abdomen exploded because it turned to gas gangrene, and then he caught on fire. Another person, same outcome. I'm not even going to discuss it, except it was a hobo, a homeless person who didn't have any record of having a college education, died the same way. Not out in the middle of a forest, but right near Portland. Gas gangrene explosion out of the abdomen through a blocked digestive tract. Both of them were caused not by a blockage, but by the tissues in the digestive system transferring water around trying to fix the problem, instead of them literally slamming a Gatorade every day worth of electrolytes. If you're not aware of it, the idea here is pretty simple. That's not an ad for Gatorade. This is called oral rehydration salts. The original Gatorade was a slightly flavored lemonade add-on added to sugar and salts. Oral rehydration salts are how you keep people from dying in other countries. And it's better for you. Doesn't have any coloring in it, doesn't have any flavoring in it. And you add it to water. You use the ratio they use for Gatorade. If you cut it exactly in half by pouring it into the empty Gatorade bottle you just finished, half of it there, half in the other one, and fill it up the rest of the way with water, tap water's fine, you will have the ability per day, if you drink one of them, to not have this problem. My own damn rule, growing up in the desert, I didn't follow. And I solved it with a stinking pill. Literally just actually two of them. Take one, wait 6 hours or 12. I did 12. Take another pill. This is awfully personal. The whole point is to cause everybody to be uncomfortable and cringe, just like I did at the checkout counter with the funnel and the snorkel. Staring, making strong eye contact and grinning. The doink noise, the funnel, the funnel and the snorkel made totally broke this person up. If you're watching, I had fun that way. It was wonderful. You'll never get over it. The horrible thoughts. But anyway, you get the idea. No, this person doesn't watch the channel, so they'll forever wonder what the hell I was doing. I would wonder too. I mean, put down below what you think I'm doing. There's a joke from Night Court. Give them to me, friend. All I need is a grenade and a funnel. And you're wondering, what the hell is this crazy person going to do to this person to make them talk? So you get the idea. Where were we? Oh, yeah. If you are in the middle of any kind of situation where your body is going to be thrown for a loop, it doesn't have to actually be a heat wave. Any disruption to your life, your body could go into panic mode and do this to you. And one of the outcomes, you have to be at the hospital or you're going to die. The other one, you don't have to go to the hospital, but if you don't treat it, you will die. So take the embarrassment. Do it. If you haven't had any progress for 3 days, you immediately need to go to the store. Have fun embarrassing there. If you're over 50, you've already learned to do this, right? And make sure you're not sick. It should clear itself up within 24 hours from the point you take the medication. 12-hour timing is probably correct for 2 of them, or whatever it says in the box. If you take a half dose and then another half dose at the point where it's supposed to work, this will be better. There are other ancillary things that you might want to take as well, including something to make sure that your leatherette bar stool is softened. You see, doing the euphemisms makes it much, much worse. So anyway, sorry to be entertaining, but yeah, a high-end lawyer dying in upstate New York on a camping trip because he wouldn't call for help because he was embarrassed. Now, what actually happened to me? What was the things I did that made it bad? I wasn't moving around enough. It was hot weather, and I wasn't drinking the upper limit to what I could stomach. The thing I did that kept me from getting worse is not eating enough solid food to make it get worse. That was the one thing I did correctly. Also, I monitored my health, and I wasn't completely Culligan man plugged. I made sure that my digestive system was still able to function somewhat. There was something leaving the building every once in a while, just not what needed to be. If that had stopped for more than 6 hours, I would have gone to the hospital. The next thing is, by not eating any more solid material, this allowed my body to absorb the water, put it into the solid material, and move things right along. Now, I could do some euphemisms about, no, I won't do that, because you'll never eat fudge again. So, what's the practical process here that I did that helped me? Once I realized there was something wrong, I stopped eating any more solid material and started drinking more fluids. Do you have dry mouth? I didn't have dry mouth. Well, you must have been in pain and uncomfortable. My normal course of events, because I have extensive upper respiratory damage, and I do have digestive tract damage from a similar set of infections that attacked me when I was a kid, along with whatever I was born with genetically that runs in the family. Normally, on a daily basis, I have stomach cramps. I didn't have stomach cramps during any of this. It was quite pleasant, except that I would be slowly dying. Or not. You're being overly dramatic. I didn't have to go to the hospital, and I'm perfectly healthy now. And I learned a lesson that you should learn. And if a high-end lawyer can die in upstate New York, and a low-end person on your totem pole that should know better could die in Portland from the same fucking thing, I don't think any of you or me are smart enough to outsmart our own bodies, basically going skew-odd and us maybe dying from it. Yes, this is not the same condition that would normally kill you that you'd have to go to the hospital for, but it's the second most common reason during summer for this to happen, and also during winter. If you change where you live, if you change your diet, if you've gone through any medical thing, if you've had abdominal surgery, this can be caused too, because your digestive system immobilizes itself from any injury. Me eating some spicy chicken did this, maybe. Okay, it was spicy chicken. I'm not supposed to eat spicy chicken, but how can you not eat spicy chicken? You tell me. It's not possible. So, I have to be not an idiot. There, I said it. Now, what about any of you? If any of you are wondering, the video will be titled, How Could a Hobo and a High-End Lawyer Both Die from the Same Thing in a Forest? Because they're still humans. We're not perfect. Our digestive system does things without our permission. So does the rest of our body. Hypothermia is when you die when you're not really cold enough to die, but your body decides to give up and let you die. Because it's trying to hibernate when we lost that ability apparently a long time ago. It's a broken hibernation function. Sort of like your computer has. And every one of us has these things. Maybe you're lucky and it doesn't happen to you. Most of you never had this problem. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. That's what my week was like, and I'm much better off now. And now you know something terrible. Or is it really embarrassing and I'm just not dead? Think.